So today we're going to be putting a set of classical strings on a classical guitar. The important thing to remember with a classical guitar is you have to use nylon strings. You cannot use steel strings or you will destroy the guitar. So we're going to go ahead and start. The strings on these have already been broken cut. So we're just going to pull all those guys out and we're going to show you guys how to do the Spanish tie, which is usually very, very stable and helps maintain some of the tuning accuracy. So, dun, dun, dun.
Don't look at me.
I thought you said you wanted to make a cameo in each one.
I do, but not like that.
So just take the string out of the...
It's because those have ball end on them.
That's true, but I'm going to show how to work that. We'll take care of that, Dave. A couple of different ways that you can string up the guitar using a ball end nylon string. Now, the cool thing is you can actually use these and just use the ball end right through the eyelet there. However, that's not the traditional way to do it and not quite the best way to do it. I've seen these break off. So what I'll typically do is I'll take the string and I'll run the ball end through the opposite side, so through the peg over here. So let me go ahead and get this remainder of the string out. We line up that eyelet, run the string right through it. And then coming through the corresponding eyelet down here, bring that string through. And this is the Spanish tie for the wound nylon string. So what you're going to do is essentially just make a knot. So again, taking the string underneath, through the hoop, and then what you want to do is take your finger, bend the string here, and pull on the remainder of the string. And that'll create like a little 90-degree angle there in the string, and that locks the string into place. So there's one, and we'll just kind of go through and do every single string. Alright. And what I like to do is I like to tuck each string into the next string that I'm stringing up. So as you see, we have a remainder, long tail here. So I'll run the A string through there and see how that's actually part of the knot now. Again, running through, making another knot. Tightening it down, tightening this one down again, and then we cut the bigger of the two strings, and that one's actually locked into a second knot, and we keep going through and doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
And one of the cool things you can do is just keep it uniform, and that'll typically make it, it'll just help you with your methodology of restringing. So again, right through the hoop, the previous string is going through the hoop, we lock it into place, lock it down there, and then we're just tightening these down as well. Go through, get the bigger of the two strings, and then we're ready for the next one. So the pure nylon ones, they actually look clear. They're a little bit different than the wound ones. So we'll go through and do one of those. Now a lot of people will tie knots up here in the headstock. Absolutely unnecessary. It's just kind of a pain in the butt for someone else who has to change your strings. So this one actually had a knot tied in it. If you're changing strings and you decide that you don't want to use the ball end at all, just use the entirety of the string. You just want to wind it all the way through. So just use, stick out the string approximately like a 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch through like this. Just wind the string and get as much of the string as you can on there, and then do the Spanish tie. So let me go ahead and show you the Spanish tie on these ones. Again, the clear classical string is a little bit different than the wound ones. So what you're going to do is essentially the same methodology, making a knot, but this time we're going to wind that around the top of the knot there. So you want to do at least 2 or 3 winds, and then crank that down, and you'll see it looks different. Alright, onto the B string. And again, with these ones, it's not necessary to tie that tail end, since we're doing so many of the windings around. Again, making a knot, coming over the top, and we're doing a couple of loops around it. And
Yeah, please.
that one's tied up. We'll cut the end off of this one.
She sold us.
And finally the high E.
Really that high?
And the final high E string, if I can find the eyelet there. Again, coming around, underneath, through the loop, 2 or 3 times, and we pull on this end here, lock it into place. So let me grab my drill real quick, and then we'll tighten all these down. So we got the drill, just to help save the wrist. What we're going to do is we're just going to spin each one. And what you want to do is you want to spin it so the string goes over the top here. So from my perspective, it's going to look like it's going counterclockwise. So there's the low E. We'll just go down. Oops, there we go, can move that one over. Next one. Nice thing with the ball ends is it keeps everything looking nice and neat. And finally the high E string. All done, just requires tuning at this point. Again, kind of looking at the strings and how the knots are tied up. That's a back end view of it there. And again, that just maintains a lot of the tuning stability with the knot. So, and that's it. So, yeah, continue to watch our channel, and we'll be doing some more projects soon. Thanks for joining us.